Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Lamenters. It has been a hot couple months, but we are back, and we are picking up right where we left off. So, in case you missed the last episode, the group had made it up to the Western Keep on the borders of Lee County as the county expands towards the mountains. And they found that the keep had indeed been overrun. A number of soldiers' bodies had been found. But strange gaps in understanding pursued as they tried to investigate further. They ended up exploring all around the hill upon which the keep was built, and even under it, discovering an old abandoned mine. The group decided to create a safe haven and a barricade in the area underneath the keep that connects to the mine, and in those cellars they barricaded up. During the second watch at night, Liber heard some sounds and awoke Oldrad and Bane, who gathered their weapons and armor and joined him upstairs. As they crept around the main level of the manor of the keep, they heard some sounds outside, and peering out the door, they saw two figures in armor with weapons and a torch poking around and looking around through the pile of burned bodies, as well as through some of the remains of the wrecked kitchen storage area. As they turned, the group saw that these were in fact not two soldiers of Lee County, but rather two very peculiarly large or-dur wearing armor and using castle-forged weapons. The one of the two, seeing the group at the doorway of the manor, uttered the command to kill it. And that is where we are going to pick up. So let's start with initiative. I will roll for Liber since Patrick's not here currently. So let's make that initiative roll. Ooh, Liber. Well done.
I got a 12.
10.
Okay, that is... so I guess it's good that Liber rolled high because he has a -1 to his dexterity modifier. But that's still an 18 for him because he rolled a 19. So, Bane, what was your total?
It was 12, but I forgot about my mod, and that is +3, so 15.
Okay, cool. And Oldrad.
10.
10 it is. Okay, and now, more importantly, friends, it's time to roll for the two bad guys.
Roll low. Roll low.
I'm not joking. I rolled the exact same number on 2d20s. What are the odds that I actually roll separate initiative for these two foes and I rolled the same number? And it's lucky number 13. So this is great because it places us in a interesting spot where Liber, who actually isn't here, starts off. But that's fine. I will play Liber. And knowing that Liber is a priest of the one true God, and not a dummy, he says, time to run for help. And he takes off back inside of the manor and just starts hauling, just running full blast back towards the safe haven to hopefully rouse the rest of the group and get them to assist. That is his move, which is the top of the order. So I will count this as round 1 for him in movement, and I have determined how many rounds it's going to take for him to get back to the rest of the group, let alone wake them. Bane, this means that you are up. There are two foes, approximately 30 feet away. Now, you heard them say kill it, but neither one of them has advanced yet, so you kind of have the drop. The one who's carrying the torch has a sword, and you may remember I was saying how using his sword to poke through some of the stuff on the ground. So he does have a sword and a torch. The other guy has his shield and a sword. So
I will attack the one with the shield or with the torch and the sword.
Okay.
Prepare to taste steel.
You are going to run forward to attack, and you may now proceed.
18.
That is precisely what you needed to hit. And how much damage do you do with this mighty sword?
Oh, shucks. Hold on, my die are buried. That is a 6.
Okay, you hit him squarely. He grunts in pain, but it is now their turn. Bane, your armor class is massive.
20.
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and roll for the first guy, the guy who you just attacked. His sword clangs off of your armor, but does not find a true strike. The second guy, though, spins and also attacks you. But again, you kind of coming in there, moving around just like a whirling hellfire. They're both of their blades do not strike true. This brings us to Oldrad.
I was hoping he wouldn't run away right away, but I run up to Bane and I slap my hands together and I say a prayer to the old war god, whose name I don't know, of course. And I put my hand on his back and I cast heroism.
Nice. Go ahead and remind us of the impact of that. And Bane, you'll take notes on this.
So the spell grants the subject 1d4's levels worth of hit points and saving throws. And for fighters, you also get the attack bonus for the duration of the spell, which is 1 round. When the spell ends, the subject has more hit points than was cast. His hit points return to the previous level. If they have less, then there is no adjustment once the spell ends. So you're going to get more hit points and saving throws.
Nice.
And attack bonuses because you're a fighter.
So do I add that attack bonus to my existing attack bonus?
I'm gonna
How
roll,
does that
so
work?
watch. I'm going to roll this d4 and say I get 4. You're going to look at your fighter like levels on the PDF, and you're going to see your new saving throws and your new attack bonus and your new hit points. You'll add all that shit into your current temporary stuff.
Excellent.
So I rolled a 3, so you get 3 levels worth of hit points, saving throws, and the attack bonus.
So effectively, you are now level 7. And how long does this last?
For a round, which is what again, Bill?
Well, in this game, I think that's 10
turns.
Yeah.
10 turns.
So basically, Bane, you have. I'm going to roll the equivalent. You now have 12 more hit points.
Okay. So 12 on top of, I'm at what, 32, 33?
Yeah.
Like 10 hit points.
So you're at 30. So you're at 42. So basically, you're back
Full
up
health.
to what your normal full
Yes.
would be. But remember that this dissipates, so your temp is at 42.
Okay.
Okay. Now the probably more important part is your hit.
Back bonus.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. So at level 7, you have a +8 is your base attack bonus. So you're going up from a +5 to a +8. So just add 3 more to whatever your other rolls were.
Sweet.
Okay, top of the order, Liber. He's running. This is round 2 of Liber's run. This brings us back to Bane. Bane, you feel empowered. And somehow you discerned that the prayer that came upon you was answered. And I want you to roll percentile.
All right. Hold on.
So
what's that?
when I
gotta
say that, go ahead.
Sorry, 97.
Okay. Bane, you feel the empowerment of Oldrad's prayer. Oldrad, I need you to roll percentile.
So I will do that. But as I was going to say, as I'm saying the prayer, I just say to the old war guys, like, guide this butcher in his work.
Okay.
That is 95.
95.
Yeah.
Roll a d4.
D4.
Tell me the result.
3.
Superb. All right, Bane, you're up.
With another swing of my mighty battle axe.
Okay.
16 plus 8 is 24.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
5.
5 more it is. He grunts in pain. Now he is angry at you. He is going to attack you. And that is a 23 to hit.
Damn.
You are going to take 6. The second guy attacks you. And that is a 22 to hit.
Jeez.
You are going to take 5.
All right, I'm back to where I was almost.
Oldrad, it's your turn. Go ahead and make a wisdom roll under, Oldrad.
Okay. That is definitely under, but it is by 5, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 13.
It's your turn, but you notice something.
Yes.
You notice that indeed Bane is truly invigorated in a heroic fashion.
Yes.
You see that the two or-dur also seem to be invigorated in a heroic fashion.
Okay, that's not cool.
Like, you notice that there's a certain ferocity to their attacks, and that specifically the last 2 attacks which hit Bane almost seem like they have just, like, they're in full frenzy of war.
Yeah. Okay. Not cool. I pull out my old greatsword, and I'll take a swing at the one that Bane's been attacking.
Okay.
Probably not a hit. My plus is 2. Yeah, that's 10.
You swing, and your blade just kind of misses its mark as you swing. Round 3. Liber is now running. And still running. I'm going to smash cut over to Sarah, Leonard, and Claude. I need each of you to make a wisdom roll under.
5. That's probably success.
Nope.
Excellent. Claude, make me a wisdom roll under for Critter. Sarah, did you succeed?
I critically failed.
Okay, excellent.
Oh wait, I got a 20. Yeah, that's a critical fail.
Yeah. Claude?
Nope, he didn't make it at all.
Okay. Excellent. This round, you don't hear Liber as he's coming. Bane, back to you.
Another swing at the
guy who you have begun to wound.
The one I've begun to wound. Well, I think I should hit the guy that hit me also that I haven't wounded yet. I want to hit the guy with the shield. See if I can get through. 17.
You hit him on his shield, and he growls back at you. But first, the guy with the torch does not swing at you, but rather swings at Oldrad. Oh, Oldrad. Does a 20 hit you? Not a nat 20, a dirty 20. Fortunately for you, it's only 4 hit points worth of damage, Oldrad. The shield guy, angry that you dared to change your attack motivation, swings and almost cuts your shoulder off, but he rolled a 19. His blade ricochets off of your pauldrons. Oldrad, it is now your turn at the bottom of round 3. It is your
sorry, I
Oldrad.
was muted. If I back up, do they get opportunity attacks?
You can, if you're not attacking, you mean?
Right, I just want to back up out of range and then
Sure.
cast.
You can disengage
and then cast
and
the
move.
spell.
No. You can disengage and move back. and then cast a
Okay.
spell next round.
No, I don't want to do that. So the one that's hurt, I'm going to put my hands together again and tell the war god that this man needs to melt. This or-dur needs to melt, and I'm going to cast heat metal. So those who dare take up arms against the gods chosen shall burn. This is in the spell description. This spell's target opponent, and this spell targets one opponent, causes all metal arms and armor, including impromptu weapons, to become hot enough to burn flesh. As insurance against hypocrisy, the caster's arms and armor heat up as well. In it, first round, there's no damage, and then as it goes on, the damage increases.
What a cool spell.
And this lasts for 7 rounds.
Oh my
So
god.
first round, nothing happens.
Okay. All right.
But it's starting
It
to
is-
get warm.
It is done. You have cast. Top of round 4. I need the group in the safe house to all make wisdom roll unders.
Oh, 2.
Okay. Leonard, you hear someone coming down the stairs, and like you hear like a voice. It's kind of distant, so still far away, but like it's like, wake up, we're being attacked. Claude, did you make it?
No, Critter did.
Okay, Critter starts to bark and tug at your sleeve. Sarah, did you make it? No. Okay, so you're still sleeping. All right. Back to the top. Bane, it is your turn.
To the insolent SOB that tried to... Oh, with the shield.
Yes.
Back to the shield guy.
Yes.
And that's a nat 20. That's 28.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. Well done.
And let's go 12 for the damage.
So that guy
Using the
has not
badass.
been-
Using badass, of
yes,
course.
that guy has not been wounded, and now he is wounded. Oof. All right. The other guy is going to advance and will swing for a 25 on Oldrad. Oldrad, you are so lucky. You only take 3. The guy
God.
that you just hit really hard, Bane, is now going to swing at you,
These guys have like a plus 20 to hit.
and that is a 25 to hit.
Jeez, dude.
You, sir, will take 6.
Copy that.
And this brings us to Oldrad. Now,
So-
do you have to maintain heat metal because you just took damage?
So the spell just reads duration 7 rounds, range 40. It does
Okay.
not say that.
Then it's still gonna cook him. So on
So-
this round, does he take damage?
So second round, it starts. The temperature gets hot. You'll take 1d4 damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll that for me.
3 damage from that.
And just to be clear, is this the guy with the torch and the sword who just attacked you, or the guy with the
Yes.
shield who Bane's fighting? All right, so torch. So you said he
Yeah.
takes 3?
Yes, and now
Okay.
I'm going to attack.
Okay.
So back to 10. I missed again with my sword.
Okay.
But here's something you need to hear too. So, when searing damage is delivered, additional effects occur depending on the body parts. A target may experience more than one of these effects if metal is contacting multiple body parts. Effects are as follows: extremities, hands, feet, unusable; body covered by metal, bedridden from extreme burns; head, if he's wearing a helmet, severely burned, victim is unconscious. So that's during rounds, I believe 3 to 5. That's scorching.
Okay. So when we get to round 3, there will be some things that have to happen.
Yes.
All right, back to Liber. Liber now is banging on the barricades. All of you are up. So Sarah, you're up. Leonard, you're already up. Claude, you're awake. And you guys can hear Liber saying, guys, get up. Get your weapons and armor. We're being attacked. Guys. And he's like, get out here, out in front of the manor. Quickly.
We hear you.
Okay. So that is the first round. Now, it's going to take a few rounds for you, depending on what level of armor and weaponry you want to prepare. So next round, you can make a choice. Do you want to put on armor, or do you want to just grab a weapon and run out there? That'll be for next round. So this round, you are officially awake. Now, Bane, it is your turn.
Okay, swinging at the guy still with the shield.
Okay.
17 plus 8 is what, 20?
That is enough to hit.
6, 7, whatever.
That is enough. All you needed to do was beat a 20 for him.
And it's a 7 on the hit, on the damage.
Nicely done. He is actually, because of that natty 20, you have done more damage to him than on the first guy now at this point. All right, the first guy, however, the one who's cooking, he is angry and he is just after Oldrad. So he's going to swing at Oldrad. Oh, that's definitely a hit. 26 to hit. That's 5 damage, Oldrad. 5 damage.
What in the super soldier serum is going on over there?
Yeah, well, number 2 with his shield and sword is voraciously going after you now.
Jeez.
And that is a 22 to hit, which will definitely do 5 more damage. So let's take a look at where we're at on our totals here for hit point loss and
I'm
near
at 13,
death.
I believe.
I'm down to 20.
13.
That looks about right. Looks about right, boys.
No, we don't.
So
It's glorious.
Bane, you're down to 20, and Oldrad, you're down to what is it, 15?
I counted 13.
13.
I'll take 15 though, if that's what you say.
No, we'll say 13. Okay. Okay, now Oldrad, it is your turn.
So
Round 2 heat damage.
we just did round 2. This is 3, right?
All right, sorry. This is what I'm saying is this is like round.
Oh,
This is round 3 of the heat damage. Yeah, but the first round he didn't take any damage, right? So second round, which was last round, he took the 3 points. So what does he take this round?
so now we're in the scorching, and he's going to take 2d4 heat damage
Okay.
from rounds 3 to 5. He's going to take. Oh yes, he's going to take 6 damage from that.
Nice. And then what about the special impacts?
Okay, so when it gets to the searing damage range, you may have, if contact. So effects are as follows: extremities, hands and feet, unusable. Body, if covered by metal armor, bedridden from extreme burns. Head, if covered by helmet, severely burned. Victim is unconscious.
Okay.
These effects remain until the damage caused by the
Please
spell
tell me this
heals.
fool has a helmet on.
Oh,
Please tell me this fool has a
he
helmet
does,
on.
but understand that it's not like just metal on his flesh.
Oh,
Like
one
there's
more thing.
leather padding and stuff, but I will still have to make him make rolls and then have actions.
One more thing. If searing metal makes contact with flammable material, leather, cloth, etc., it burns, dealing additional 1d4 damage on the next round.
Okay, so that's where we're going to be next round. So now it's your actual attack round.
I'm going to go for another swipe. Where's my die? That's a lot freaking better. 19.
Yeah, that's a hit on him because you're attacking the guy that has the torch and the sword.
As I'm bringing down the sword, there's like a fire in my own eyes as I chop into this guy.
What is your great
9
weapon damage with that sword?
It's a D10, and I just did 9 damage.
Wow. He is not dead, but things are happening over there. Smash cut to the under. Liber is like, get your armor and weapons on. He's like, I'm running back up there, and he starts running. So I will start with Leonard.
Yep.
Are you going to put on armor, or are you just gonna jump into the mix? Oh, this is perfect.
I think about it a little bit and then pick up the crossbow and bolts for it and prepare to run because the armor seems like too much hassle right now.
Okay, so Leonard, you're just gonna get the crossbow and the bolts, and you're gonna start running after Liber to go up to the front to fight the or-dur. All right,
Basically,
Claude.
Yeah. I'm gonna send Critter back up with after Liber,
Yes.
and I'm gonna get put on my chainmail before heading
Okay.
up.
Sarah.
I only have to put on my shirt, so I'm doing that first.
Okay. Bivoj, here's what happened. You were sleeping. You heard Liber yell, guys, we're being attacked. Come up. You were sleeping in the safe house in the mine area underneath the keep. You woke up to Liber, and your first instinct is to grab a weapon and help Liber. So what weapon are you grabbing? You're in your pajamas. Okay, you're grabbing something and you're gonna run. Fix your audio because it sounds like you're underwater. All right, so back to the top for this next round. We have Bane.
Go!
Bane, attack.
Swine! 26.
That's a hit.
Ah, and I knocked the lights out. 2.
Your hit is successful, but he just kind of ducks out of the way so it doesn't carve as deep as it should have. This brings us to a person who is now cooking. So I'm going to make a constitution roll first for the or-dur who is heat metalled. Okay, so here's what happens. He screams, he's like, "Ah!" And he rips his helmet off. And you see like smoke and like some of his flesh and hair mottled like comes with the leather as he rips it off. And like you could see like parts of his like skull, right? He also drops the torch that he's holding and he swings down at you, but I'm going to give him a negative. So he's got a negative modifier to his attack.
With his fist or his weapon?
No, with his weapon. So he's
Okay.
swinging down. He's basically fighting through the pain.
Is the hand that grabs the helmet down also burned?
No, so the hand that was holding the torch, he rips the helmet off, and then with his other hand, he's swinging down, okay?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then
yeah.
barehanded he's touching the cooking helmet.
Yeah.
So his hand
No,
will be
he
burning.
has gloves, but I mean, like,
Oh.
everything's smoking at this point, right?
Yeah.
So he swings down, he does hit you, even with the
Fuck.
minus, I got a 21. You're going to take 6.
Oh my god.
Okay. The second guy is going to attack Bane. Uh-oh. Bro. That was a nat 20.
That's not an
No, that's not a good. All right. The only good part about the Blayne Allen damage alternative scoring system is if I roll a 2 on the second die. So you only take 10.
Okay. What's that all? Just 10.
Just 10. I mean, it could have been so much worse. So now, Oldrad, it is your turn. And on your turn, you have to roll more heat damage on this portal.
It's just 2d4 still.
Yeah.
3.
Okay. He now drops his sword. So he has no weapons anymore. His armor is cooking, and he's just in a full, like, panic. Like, you could see, like, literal, like, burning is happening upon him.
Yeah.
Like, you could smell the flesh burning.
I fucking love it. I'm gonna
Oh,
try and run.
whoa.
Yeah.
Pause. Oldrad and Bane, right now, make an intelligence roll under.
Oh god.
Oldrad, didn't you say you get an extra
Yeah.
D4 for burning
That's
clothing?
cocked.
3 over. Unless my intelligence is raised
made it.
because of that
I
cool
made it.
spell.
I made it. No. I made it by 1. I rolled a 5.
Oldrad, there's something that, like, in the sensory memory department, right? Like, in the smell of burning and the heated metal and the smell of the burning flesh, some weird memory comes back to you.
Yeah.
For some reason, something about that stormy night and the lightning, there was something about heated metal and definitely something about burning flesh.
Yeah.
But then you're like right back in the thick of the chaos of
Yeah.
battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It is your turn. He is, I mean, basically he'll be dead next round. So you can attack him, or you could turn your attacks to the guy who's
yeah.
threatening Bane's existence.
Yeah. I'm gonna No, I'm gonna end this guy because he'll still have a turn, right? Because he doesn't take the fire damage till my turn.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm just gonna run through, and as I'm trying to stab him through, I'm gonna say "Burn, heretic," and that's a miss.
Okay. Liber is running. Bivoj, you are following Liber up the stairs towards the front. Critter is also following. Leonard, you are following. Sarah, you're putting your shirt on and getting your weapon. You are running up, and Claude, you're still putting on your armor. Back to Bane.
I look at Oldrad. We don't die this day. 22.
That's a hit.
7.
Okay. He is not happy about this pain that you continually inflict upon him. The first guy has no weapon. His entire body is burning. He reaches out towards you, Oldrad, to try to grapple you. Because that's all, like, he literally just in desperation is trying to tackle you.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you.
Yes. Contested.
Yeah, but not a contested roll under. So just roll a d20, add your strength bonus.
Okay. 18 plus 1 is 19.
Okay, you are literally tied.
Oh, shit.
So he has you, but you also have, like, you're not burning peripherally from him. Like, he's got you grappled, and you can see, like, his, like, everything's burning, and the smell is ever present. However, the problem is that for you to make an attack, well, we'll see what happens when it's your turn. Yeah. The other guy is going to attack Bane again. And that is a 14 to hit, which is a miss. Now it is your turn, Oldrad. Roll the final burning pain damage.
It's a full-on 8.
Yeah. So he basically, like, dies in your arms. And just plumes of smoke as the cloth and the padding now, like, literally starts on fire. Like, his armor is red. And his corpse falls in this, like, just this sickening sound as this dark smoke just pops up. You do see that the other or-dur is wounded, but still quite viable, and looks actually kind of better off than Bane right now.
Yeah. So I shrugged the guy off that was trying to grapple me, and I just muttered. I just say trash as I, like, kind of shove him away, and then can I move into a flanking position behind this guy?
Yeah. I mean, he's 5 feet away. You could attack.
Yeah. So I just want to move behind him for theatrics and then attack. That might be a hit. That's 18.
Yep. I'll let you hit because he's facing Bane, so he doesn't have the benefit of his shield bonus, so that will be a hit.
Okay. 10.
Oh, really? Hold on. Make a strength roll under.
Okay.
This is extra.
That's definitely under. I rolled a 9 under my 15.
Okay. You attacked him from behind.
Yeah.
You have a great sword. Were you slashing or were you thrusting with it?
I was trying to run him through.
Okay, running him through.
Yeah.
So through between the lacing?
Your greatsword goes through the fullness of his back plate and out the front of his back plate. I want you to understand this. It penetrates his iron plate armor.
Yeah.
Bane, you just see the opponent who you were fighting, just a massive blade come through his chest. Blood shoots out of his mouth all over your face. And then he, like, his eyes go wide and he drops his sword and his shield and just, like, slides off of Oldrad's blade.
I'm going to double tap him. I want to double tap him.
I say,
You
as I
do.
do that, I say, not today.
You do, and he is dead. Just as you guys finish, Liber runs out and he's like, "Ha!" He's like got his
Great, man.
rapier and then like right after him, Leonard comes out and Bivoj comes out in like underwear and a spear and like Critter comes out and moments go
He
by
was,
and shortly thereafter everyone kind of comes out.
he was in tiny whities.
You missed the fun. As I
Bane, you and Oldrad are not good. You guys are pretty messed up.
Yeah, I'm like this on my sword. I'm like,
I-
getting old sucks.
I want to look to the gate if there is anybody else.
Leonard, the gate is open. You remember that you guys closed it. It is open.
Yeah.
As if someone opened it. You see the deadbolt that was on the inside is just discarded on the ground.
I thought nobody was inside.
Yes. You did think that. By the light of the moon and the one torch that's sitting on the ground, you guys can see that these guys were poking around as Liber and Bane and Oldrad had discovered. Liber is going to try to heal Bane because Bane looks pretty poorly off.
I'll heal myself.
Okay, go ahead and make that effort. Bane, you will heal 5 from Liber's blessing.
Feel much better.
So you're at 15. And Oldrad, how much do you heal?
Your light. Where's that? Let's see, it's a 1d6 plus my caster level. So that's 6 plus 4, so I get 10 back.
Okay.
17.
Now, each one of you guys, as you've all come out, and Claude, you arrive shortly thereafter. You could see that there are, in fact, 2 very strangely well-built and large or-dur. The one who was affected by Oldrad's spell, though you don't know it was a spell because you weren't there. There's one that looks very burned up. In fact, he's still smoking, like smoldering. The other one is just simply dead. And both of them are man-sized and were wearing castle-forged armor and weapons that were clearly at one time the possessions of soldiers that manned this outpost.
Do I remember correctly? There was, or there still is the pile of corpses from before we arrived at the, or do I misremember?
There was a pile of corpses, but that pile of corpses was burned up.
Yeah. And just, do I remember if they had any armor, or were they stripped?
One moment. Okay, so your question was that about the corpses.
Yeah, if they used to have armor or not.
No, they were all stripped.
Okay, that explains this.
Yes.
Okay.
It still doesn't explain the open gate.
Yeah.
Because you guys had deadbolted that big wooden timber from the inside.
Well,
Did anyone check if there was anyone coming from outside?
Would you like to search?
Well, I'm gonna say it first, but like, did anyone check if out the door? Guess I'm getting nose. So then I'm going. In that case, I'm just gonna run up and see if there's anyone coming up the way.
Okay, you run out to the gate. You only have moonlight. You don't see anyone coming up the hill.
Okay.
Make a wisdom roll under.
That's difficult. Ooh, net 1.
All right. way down the road. Not to the east, like heading back to Lee Castle, but west. It looks like you see like a flickering light, like maybe someone has a lantern or a torch. But I mean, it's way down. Like,
Yeah. Okay. I'm going back up to the party, and I think I see a couple of lights way down the hill. So there might be more coming.
almost like if there was a road going west into the mountains, it looks like that light was heading west on that road, like past where you guys are now.
Towards Lee Castle.
No,
The other way.
away from Lee Castle. Lee Castle would be to the east of where you are. This goes west into the mountains, like,
Okay.
and you don't know really what's there. You know that, like in olden days, where when Lee County was more prosperous, that there were like mining operations in the mountains. So there may have been roads that led west into the mountains to mines, but you don't know that those are maintained or anything.
Okay. Well, I guess I didn't stick around long enough to see which way they were walking. So.
Okay. It looks like it's going west.
Yeah.
I'm going to go around and ask each one of you what you want to do now that you're all up. So I will start with Sarah.
Well, I want to check over the bodies to see if there are any bows, arrows, stuff like that. Just basically salvage anything that can be salvaged. Since they're doing it, we can do it.
Well, you can't really salvage the one that's all burned up, but you can salvage his longsword. The other one has plate armor, but it has the back plate and the front plate have a massive gaping wound through them. You could probably salvage his shield and his longsword. So basically 2 longswords and a shield. If you're going to search them, though, go ahead and make me a roll under.
Roll under for what?
Wisdom.
Oh, no.
You know what? I'll let you do intelligence. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. 11. I think that's 2 under.
Okay, you
3 under.
You don't really find anything on the one guy that had the shield and the sword.
No papers or anything?
Nope.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I was really looking for arrows.
All right, Bivoj and Leonard. So Bivoj, again, you just have like a simple weapon and some pajamas, but is there anything that you wanted to search or do?
Okay, guys, we should bar that gate, and I should put some clothes on. And I run back towards our hideout and put something on.
Okay.
More appropriate the situation.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Leonard?
Yeah, first thing I want to... does Claude seems like he saw something? Or not?
Well,
No,
he
I
did
saw-
tell you, yeah, Claude told you guys that he saw
Yeah.
some lights on the road west.
Yeah. I try to look and see where they are moving, if it's possible.
You could go up, if you go up onto the ramparts of the walls
Yeah.
that look out west. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do that and make a wisdom roll under.
Okay. Oh, that's good. 3, so success, I would say.
Yeah. So you stand up there for a while, and at first you're looking out, and again, it's just moonlight. You don't actually see a road. You see that like this valley kind of proceeds towards the mountains to the west, but then you do see these like a little light moving along heading west. And at this point now, it looks like it's almost going up into the mountains.
Yep. I think those might be kidnappers of the more people from the kingdom. turn two around and nobody is there, so just speaking out loud. Then I'll get cold and get down because I'm still in my underpants.
Okay. It is a little bit cold because you're near the mountains. All right. So the general question is what do you guys want to do? Like, what's your angle?
Well,
Want to
guess we're
pick
going
up
to be closing up the gate.
Well, let me explain this. Yeah. So I'm assuming you're closing up the gate. You have about 3 hours until dawn, which is not long enough to really get any substantial rest or to recover spells. But you also feel like if you wait any longer, there's no way that you'll find whoever was spotted by Claude and Leonard.
Well, I want to examine the deadbolt. I mean, how'd they get through that?
It doesn't look like it was cut. It looks like it was lifted from the inside.
I want to try and check the perimeter and see how the hell they got inside. I want to spend time doing that.
Okay, you start checking the perimeter. Make a wisdom roll on her.
5 under.
Okay. On the western side of the walls, you find a rope. Like, it's literally just there. It looks like there was a grappling hook that was thrown up, hooked. They climbed up to the top, threw that same rope back over. It also looks sturdy, like not like sinew woven, crap rope that or-dur might have. Like, this is definitely stuff that belonged to this outpost.
Can I put that in my inventory?
Sure. You whip it a few times, you get the hook to dislodge, and then you roll it up. So 50 feet of rope and a grappling hook. Sturdy.
Thanks. What do you guys want to do? Do we...
So they were climbing over the wall, opened up the gate, and that's when they got spotted, basically.
No, you think that they had probably opened up the gate a little bit before they got spotted, because some sound that Liber heard is what originally drew Liber to go upstairs.
Yeah, and like I said, they climbed over, went to the gate, opened up, and then
it was a little while before Bane and Oldrad and Liber got there.
Yeah, that's the going hypothesis. All right.
Right.
Okay. How are you holding Bane and Oldrad?
Not well. I need elixirs, liquor, or some other form of pain retardant.
All right. Liber says this. He says, "Listen, I have one last prayer that could help you. And then I would need to rest." He's like, "If you guys are going to go west, I will stay here and hide and wait for you to return." He's like, "I can heal Bane one last time."
It would be well met, because I'm fairly useless in this state.
Okay, so I just rolled for him that, plus his level is 9. So you get 9 more hit points.
Let's do it, baby.
Okay. So, let's follow them. Okay, so let's...
All right, so in total, I'm going to say that in the amount of time it took you guys to get your armor on, to get all of your traveling supplies, to get your weapons, like another half an hour has passed. So it is still dark. Like, imagine it's like 4 a.m, right? And you guys start to head out. You go down this winding path, and you get down to where the road basically dead ends at the hill where the keep is. And you see that even though there's no road, like, there's like clear rocky kind of ground that leads to the west. Those of you who might be astute with any sort of tracking capabilities, go ahead and make a roll.
That would be bushcraft, or
yeah,
no? Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
And really, anyone could make that roll.
Yeah, so that's failed. But still.
Is it an intelligence roll or something?
No, I was
D6.
using the D6 one for
Yeah,
the.
yeah.
Mhm.
I got 1.
Oh, nice.
I got a 2,
I got
but I don't
3.
have any dots.
But
Okay.
they searching?
Oh, I got searching.
What light
I've
source
got-
are you guys using? And
I've got
who
one
is
in
carrying it?
searching.
No.
I'm probably lighting up my lantern and using that.
Okay. Once Leonard lights a lantern, you can clearly see that there are tracks.
Yeah.
It looks like there's some kind of cart and a horse pulling it, as well as boot prints walking alongside.
How
And it
large
is
are the
going
boot
west.
prints?
It's going west in the same direction where Claude saw that light moving.
Are we close enough to tell how large the boot prints are?
Man-sized.
Should we follow it?
Seems like
Who's-
this is.
Whose sword went through that orc that was all smoky? That orc.
Aldrad's.
That is quite unusual. Have you ever done that before with that sword?
I don't recall.
Well, I'm just thinking, for a sword to go through that kind of metal, I'm thinking, and all the way through another layer of metal, has to be a metal that is extraordinary. I think these guys are trying to find more of that metal.
Quick point of clarification. I assumed this, but I just want to make sure. You guys do have horses. That's how you got out
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
the keep. I'm assuming that you are on horseback, that Leonard has his lantern, and that's how you're proceeding, not on foot.
Yeah, I would assume so as well.
All right. The rocky ground it's fine. It's not like, boulders. So like the horses can move at a decent pace. They can't gallop, but they can move faster. They can move at a decent pace. So as you're kind of bringing that up, once you find these tracks, I'm just going to say that you're able to move in that same direction if that's the direction you're pursuing. Where you saw the light, is that where you're going? Okay. You start riding, and you ride for about a half an hour, and now, like, you can't even see the keep. Like, it's way in the back, and you're still operating by primarily moonlight with a little bit of lantern light. You have been stopping every once in a while just to make sure that you're following the correct tracks.
Keeping an eye out for stranglers, checking the back, checking the rear.
Okay, so every once in a while you kind of pause, you get your orientation, but you notice that you are steadily going up into the mountains and like kind of following these rocky flat passes. And as you get to a certain point, you realize that like you see that the pass that's been steadily ascending and kind of cutting back and forth up into the mountains now, you are more in the mountains than you were before. Like, you are now many miles into the mountains, like probably close to 10 miles. Everybody make an intelligence roll under.
For Critter as well?
No. Critter
No.
doesn't have long-term memory like you.
Nat 1.
Success for me, 9 out of 18.
Got
But-
9, nice 11 over.
Even I'm over.
Bane made it. Damn.
The first time for everything.
Wicked.
Yeah.
When it comes to wisdom and intelligence, I am sorry.
You feel like the mountains in this area, like you're getting into some steep mountains, but this path kind of follows more like ravines almost, and valleys. Like it's kind of going around mountains, and it starts to turn to the north. You continue to travel, and your travel now becomes very slow. you are still able to follow the tracks. It looks like you're probably moving at like a little bit faster, or you definitely were moving a little bit faster than that wagon was going.
That wagon can't be going faster than us,
Yeah.
really.
And as you're kind of cutting back, like you were going west and then northwest and then north and then northeast, you kind of come around this bend and you see a wagon. You see a flat wagon. And it looks like about the right size of the wagon that you guys, estimated by the distance between the ruts in the wheels. But there's nothing on it, and there's no horse. And it's like about 60 feet up ahead of you. And it looks like it's just kind of like been left there.
Oh, shit.
Can we tell, based on the terrain and the trajectory and the way we're traversing this mountainside, if the cart or if the wagon may have been left behind because it wouldn't fit on the trail anymore, or does it have a broken axle? Is there anything visible?
Do you go up closer
I want
to
to go a little
investigate
closer to investigate.
I have my sword out and I'm going up to the wagon.
Okay, so Oldrad, sword out, you're riding up towards the wagon. Bane, you're riding up towards the wagon. Leonard?
Leonard is staying a little bit back and is cooking his crossbow.
Okay, so who's got the lantern? Because Leonard has the lantern. If you guys go up to the wagon without a lantern or a torch, you can't really see.
I'll take the lantern.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Oldrad, you take the lantern. Sarah.
I'm doing an overwatch with my bow out.
Very good. Claude.
Same.
Okay. Bivoj.
I'm trying to cover with my bow those two lunatics that go towards the cart.
Okay. You guys ride up and you see that the cart seems to be intact. Like the wheels seem to be intact. You do notice, though, as you're looking closer, that it looks like you see boot prints like all around it. And you see the horse, the hooves, those tracks continue to go northeast, and you see boots going northeast. Make wisdom roll unders.
2 over.
4 under.
Okay, Oldrad.
2 under. Yay!
Oldrad, you saw all the things that I described, right?
Yeah,
like effectively you get the impression based on the prints that you see that like the wagon was unloaded and that the wagon was abandoned. However, as you're looking, you're like, oh, wait a minute. There's other like tracks. And you see that there's tracks that come from the northeast. And you see 2 other sets of hoof tracks, like pack mules or horses, you're not really sure.
Yeah.
And 4 other sets of boots. So it looks like someone or some people and some horses or pack mules came from the northeast, met the other group at this cart, unloaded everything, and then all together went northeast.
Okay.
And this proves out as you kind of start to head northeast up past where this cart is, and you see 3 distinct sets of hoof prints and a total of 5 sets of boots. And after another 30 feet, they all converge into a single file line.
Did it look like the cart couldn't go on because of the terrain?
It looks like perhaps that was a reason.
Yeah.
Okay. So I confer with Bane and then the others and tell them this information that it looks like people met with the cart, unloaded it with extra packed animals, and then they all went off in that direction.
And all together, like I summarized that, but basically it took you like 10 minutes to kind of get off your horse, like look around, holding the lantern up, kind of figuring things out. But yeah, after about 10 minutes, you kind of paint this picture for everyone.
Yeah.
It seems as if only we knew what was on the cart.
Were there any traces of what was in the car, like if it was food and grains or whatever?
Tools.
Go ahead and well, yeah, you know what? You could examine it. So go ahead and make another wisdom roll under. I'll let you check that out.
Fail by 1.
Sarah,
Last
go
one.
ahead and make a roll.
Ah. Here we go. Nope.
Got a 4.
So you made it?
Yeah,
You don't-
that's a min.
You don't see anything left over in the cart, but the wooden floor of the cart looks very scratched up, as if whatever was in there might have been heavy or sharp.
Right. It's probably the
Tools.
arms and armor that was
Armor,
stripped out of
weapons.
the
Tools.
bodies.
Things like that.
I think we've been seeing, and I say to the group, we've been seeing evidence before. They've been taking goods and arms and equipment from other places.
Also people, if I remember.
Yes.
Sounds like they're building an army.
Or they're trying to
Trying to arm
mine to find more of that metal.
Well,
Could be.
from my recollection, the mine didn't seem to use it all, right? Well,
There's mines farther
we-
up, probably.
well, I'm talking about the one in this keep. It didn't
Yeah.
seem to be used at all, so they weren't mining there.
No.
If I look around the road, does it look similarly to the road from the memory? Or is it completely different?
The route from what?
From the flashbacks?
No.
Basically. Yeah, okay.
Totally different terrain.
So, do you think we should follow them?
Yeah, I was
Nothing.
just gonna say, are we
Can
gonna
I-
go after or gonna return?
Can I try and think back on that? Now that I'm not in the heat of battle, I can try and think back a little more focused on that time about the burning and the metal and whatnot. That flash I had.
Sure. Do you tell anyone about that flashback, Oldrad? Like about your recollection or the sensation?
As we're taking our break, I'm like maybe sipping on something to drink, and then I kind of say to the group, while Bane and I were fighting those strange or-dur, I had a flashback as I burned the flesh from the one, and I recalled it was during the storms. Did anyone else have any sort of recollection like that, or a memory? Burning flesh.
Everyone make an intelligence roll under.
2, so success.
12 over.
Fail.
Let's see.
5 under.
One under.
Critical fail. Jesus.
2 successes.
Okay, Leonard, Claude, and Bivoj.
Oh, 3.
All of you, as Oldrad is describing this, you each have sort of a similar recollection. It begins with a flash of lightning, a blinding flash. And then an odd smell, as if the air itself was stripped of anything, of any sensory smell. And then immediately after that, the smell of burning flesh and hot metal in the air. In the flashback, in your flashback, Claude, you see someone else not more than 10 feet in front of you on the ground, smoldering, like wearing like a chainmail, and then just smoldering. Like they're on the ground, the rain is falling.
No. Reminds me of the or-dur we just found in the keep.
Yes.
Basically the same, but not necessarily an or-dur. It's in a flashback.
No, like a man. And for some reason you feel like you knew him. And he's like 10 feet in front of you. The rain's falling. He's smoldering.
Okay. As if hit by lightning and just instantly burned.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I recall recite that to the group. Like, well, I do recall so like a blinding flash, and then seeing someone burning. That might have been one of my mates.
Did we recall that how the old Lee King was killed? Was that ever told to us? Did he die on the expedition, or did he go?
No.
Didn't go. Okay.
No. And I don't know why that memory just re-emerged, but it doesn't seem to connect it to what we saw here. But it does remind me of it.
But that means at least some of us with the same memory should have been in the same company, so we shared the same goal.
Yeah.
That's a good to know. Like that's a good message from the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
But we still don't know why we jumped time and space and.
Yeah, one step at a time, my friend.
Yeah. But
Well-
are we going forwards or are we going to return to Liber?
Katarina told me something that our group was sent up there to either complete, probably to stop a ritual that was happening. And because of our presence, the army and everything, something was stopped, and this happened to us and others. So someone was doing something they thought was important, and the rest of us didn't want it to happen.
Bill, do I get the sense that yes?
Bane, and only Bane, make an intelligence roll under.
Jeez, dude. Fail.
I sympathize.
But just barely.
I sympathize with you. I will tell you this. Something about what Sarah just said about like we wanted this to happen, or we didn't want this to happen, did not resonate with you. Like the opposite.
But I feel like I was there to make sure that it did happen.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but there's still conflict. You feel like you're thinking through that theory and without even knowing what it was, but it's still like a feeling of conflict within you. Like maybe part of you didn't want it to happen and part of you did want it to happen, but you're not sure why.
And
I am though. Ha ha!
Sleeping with the enemy.
and the fact that my family was taken over by the Vincenzos, I'm wondering where I stand. 'Cause before this happened, our family was secure financially,
Yes.
holdings wise.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they did this to us because I didn't do the right thing, or we as a family opposed them and they got their revenge on our family. So I still don't know which side I was on. Frankly,
Right.
guys, I really don't know which side I was on.
The more important question is also why on that side specifically.
Yeah.
You guys take a little break. You are certain now that these tracks head northeast, continuing to kind of go through the low areas between the mountains, but heading northeast now.
Do we want to return for Havadra, or do we want to continue our chase
So, I mean, to be clear,
to the group?
Our mission's complete, right? We found out.
well, have
Essentially.
you?
Well, I'm just wondering. I'm trying to remember my commercial geography of other families, and trying to think of if I remember anything about mines up this way. Actually, I don't, because
I could tell you
wasn't in the
definitively
borderlands.
because this is technically considered the Borderlands. So there's no
Yeah.
kingdom that would
Yeah,
have claimed this area.
no way. Okay.
And even then, you know, as I indicated to Leonard, I mean, you guys know that in more prosperous times, like Lee County was more expansive, and that there were mining operations in the mountains north and west and east, but that after, you know, decades of continual raids by low people and just dangerous monsters that live in the mountains, that most of those operations could not be sustained. So
Well,
it's possible that there are mines in this area.
I'm gonna lay back down and put my arm over my head like this and just let my mind drift and hope something comes up.
Is sun rising already, or is it still?
It's
deep
pretty
night?
close.
So at least I'll dose up or put out the lantern if there is some light.
What do you think, my friends? Have we accomplished enough to take back the lead, or should we pursue these tracks?
I don't think we are finished here because the kidnappings will still be happening and the raiding also.
Even if it's
So-
just recon, strictly recon, we still need to see what's going on up there.
I would advise it stay recon because we are quite battered and I'm very much almost
Agreed.
out of energy.
Mhm.
Agreed fully.
So agreed.
Agreed.
So
So let us pursue, Bill.
let's continue.
Let's engage in some stealth.
So you guys are going to continue to ride through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not slowly,
It is, I mean, it is shortly before dawn. And you guys are kind of going through a ravine area where the mountains rise up to the east of you and to the west, and you're kind of cutting through this cut through. And there's even like a little watery area, and there's outcroppings of rocks, and you see boulders, like literally, because remember, it's not a road anymore. You're just kind of navigating your way through, following these tracks. And there are like boulders and piles of rocks that look like maybe they were from rock slides. And you actually hear a few rocks like tumble, not huge rocks, but like, like, and they sort of make a clamor.
Echoes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wanna look up and around.
Yeah, go ahead and everybody just make a wisdom roll under.
6 under.
If it's even, is that a win or is that a loss?
Ooh, I am
Um,
3 under.
I'll say it's a win.
Cool. I got a 6.
failure from my side.
You know, this is a perfect ambush spot.
What were we rolling?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh, heck no. Fail.
I have 1 under.
All right, everybody who succeeded, roll a d20 for initiative. You want to roll high, add in your dex bonus, and if you succeeded, add 2 more on top of that bonus. If you failed, just make a regular initiative roll.
Fail. Oh, okay.
+1 if we succeeded.
Yeah.
Okay.
21.
24.
9.
5.
13.
So,
All right, slow down. So Bane had 24,
Oh, wait a second. Let me see.
Oldrad, how much?
9.
Okay, Leonard, what'd you have?
13.
Okay, Claude.
So there's the dex if you failed, or nothing.
4, 5, 6,
No, you get dex no matter what.
Okay, then it's 10.
Okay, I got an 8.
Okay. All right, so Bane and Bivoj prominently alert and aware of the potential danger of what's coming next.
I don't like
So as you guys kind of hear this disturbing sound, you see that, as I mentioned, like, you know, some rocks kind of skitter down, and you're you know, kind of on caution. You see something humanoid in size and shape, something moving quickly down the hill towards you guys, that you originally thought was a rock rolling down the hill, but now it's just kind of like, almost like moving on all fours, like an animal would, but with a humanoid shape.
not another one.
What you see, Bane and Bivoj, what you see is a humanoid that's approximately like a medium build, with very scaly, discolored skin, wearing no clothes. Their skin is like a mix of tan and dark gray and lighter gray and ashy white, almost literally like rock. Like almost like their skin sort of blends in with the rocky environment that you're in. And it is moving full speed towards your area. It will be there in a round. A ranged attack could get off on this thing before it gets to you.
I'll try my shot.
So
Here
Bane,
we were
you're
trying
up
to be
first.
stealthy. I'm looking for cover. I'm still fairly wounded, so
Okay,
I
there
don't want
is-
to initiate.
There's a boulder like about 20 feet up the path from where you're at. That's the only large size cover, or just like hiding behind your horse.
Shit. I'll move to the boulder.
Okay, on your horse, or are you dismounting and running up?
Dismounted.
Okay, you dismount, you run up to the boulder. You make it around, halfway around the boulder. Bivoj, your turn. Oh, I'm sorry, Bane, make a wisdom roll under.
And I want to make sure the boulder isn't another one of those guys.
Yeah, I'll give you a
Crouched
wisdom
up.
roll under.
Damn it, 7.
Okay, so you go right around the corner. The boulder is not one of those guys, but there is one, like, right about to mount, and he's actually surprised to see you there. Like, he turns and he's like, "Ah." And you notice, like, he looks like a man, but with, like, this, you know, mix of mottled, very scaly skin, and, like, sharpened teeth and sharpened claws. And he's like, "Ah."
Is he within reach of me to try to grab him by his throat and keep him quiet?
Yes, next round.
Okay.
Bivoj, your turn.
Well, as I see that the creature.
You had your, yeah, I do remember you saying you had your weapon, your bow. So you can shoot the one that's running down the hill towards you.
As the man creature looks towards the Bane,
Yes.
I steady myself.
No, you don't see the one that Bane's encountering. That's
Oh,
behind the boulder. So
okay,
you're
okay.
there's one running down the hill towards your whole group.
Okay, now I get it. So as I see the one running towards us, I steady myself. I try to aim for the head, and I shoot it. So that's not good. That's 14.
A 14 actually hits.
Oh, in that case,
Roll damage.
it's 4 damage.
Okay. He continues running. Next round, he will be within melee range of you. The one behind the boulder is going to slash out at you, Bane. As you go to reach for it, it's going to slash out at you.
Of course.
You just can't make up this kind of adventure. All right, somehow its nasty ass claws find a spot between your armor and rake across your flesh. Bro. 8 damage.
Back down to 16.
It cuts. It cuts. I need you to make a Constitution roll under.
Where's my con?
Fortunately for you, Bane has a beefy Constitution, so just don't roll a 19 or a 20.
That's a 5.
Okay, you're all good.
Can I counter his ass?
You could try parry.
You know what? You didn't attack. You moved. So I would say you could counter attack. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just with my bare hands. I want to try to grapple him and kind of wrap him up because I'm sure I'm larger than him, so that his claws can't flail around too much. 14.
Okay.
Oh, that's a success.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I have to roll for a strength roll under for grapple? How do I do that?
No, you just grabbed him. Next round, if he tries to break out, then we'll have an opposed. All right, Leonard.
So still on the horse?
Yeah,
probably yes.
You can shoot. You could shoot the one that's running down at you guys.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. Can I? What's the penalty for like trying to hit like a knee or ankle or leg?
You could, but you might want to just shoot to hit him because Bivoj already hit him once.
Just try to. So 13.
13 total?
Yeah.
Nope. Your bolt flies right by. Claude.
I'm pulling out my bow for this, and 17 to hit.
Yes. Damage?
4 damage.
Okay. Oldrad.
I'm gonna keep Fritter by my side.
Dismounting and put myself on its on an intercept course, and I ready an attack for when he gets in range.
Okay. That will be at the beginning of his round. Sarah.
I'm gonna look around for others of that sort.
Well,
running down the hillside.
you don't see any imminently other than the one that is rushing you guys now.
Okay, can I still take a shot?
Yeah.
Okay, I will do that. Okay, that is 21
Damage?
damage is 6 plus 6.
Okay, he seems like that arrow just hit him hard, but he is still muscling through. Bane. You want to just keep this guy grappled?
Yeah. Is he like totally wild?
Yes. Completely feral.
So this is not something that can probably be reasoned with.
You know what? I'll let you make for free. I'll let you make an intelligence roll under to see if you remember what this thing is.
A 1.
Are you shitting me? Really?
No, right?
Okay. For whatever reason, in Bane's brain, you remember this like one of the different kinds of low people who are, they're not or-dur. They're a distinct species from or-dur.
Yeah.
But they are primitive, like carnivore cave and mountain dwellers. And you remember their name. They are called the Coember. And they're for whatever reason you remember, their scaly skin is like how they blend in and camouflage amidst like rocky terrain. You also remember something else that you can't remember why, but there's something really bad about getting bitten or clawed by them.
Of course there is.
Like, you can't remember if it's poison or disease or something having to do with that, but like, it's not good to make physical contact.
As I'm holding
Wait,
him.
I just want.
As
I'm
I'm
laughing.
holding him lovingly.
That's why I'm laughing, bro. Let me read the last sentence of what I wrote for this monster. When engaging in combat, they use their numbers to their advantage and often wrestle victims to the ground before overwhelming them with their claws and bites.
Okay,
You got this dude on lock. You were bigger than him, and you had a higher roll.
Upon recollection of this creature and realizing it doesn't have really it's got a tribe structure or something like that, but it doesn't have
You feel like these are more monstrous than
more monster than man.
Yeah,
right?
they're feral.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to just snap his neck.
Make your attack roll.
It's am I still on my +8?
Yeah.
Okay. No, we're out of that.
Heroism.
Yeah, we're out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
You're regular.
So that's just 22 then.
Yeah. Your strength bonus.
+3.
Yeah. Roll a d4.
That's a 4.
How much?
4.
Okay. You are pulling, and he's like growling and clearly causing pain. You hear like bones happening inside there somehow. Bivoj, what did you shoot? Was that a bow or a crossbow?
Bow.
Okay, you could take off a shot again on the one that's rushing you guys.
Okay, and can I attack and then move my horse just so it wouldn't hit me running down the hill?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, that's 30, 21 attack
Mm-hmm.
and 2 damage.
2 more. Okay.
And I move just so it wouldn't ram into me.
Okay. Well, let me roll to see who it will attack. Per se.
I'll put myself in front of it.
Mm-hmm. And it's going after you, bro.
Cool.
It dead ass jumps like an animal, like pouncing, like with its claws out towards you.
Oh, fuckers.
14, which is not enough to hit you, but it lands on you.
God.
Make a strength roll under first,
Go under.
because you just might get toppled.
Yeah, I
varmints.
rolled 9, and I rolled a 9, and I
Okay, now you can attack because you had prepped that counter attack.
Yeah, 20, baby.
Damn, dude.
So that's 10 plus the die roll. That is 16 in total with the great sword.
Okay, I just want the whole world to know I'm not copying Matt Mercer when I say this, but Kail, how do you want to do this?
So he leapt, and as he leapt, I did a sidestep pivot, and I just swung around and cut his head off as he landed.
Yeah. That's in my brain. I imagined just a huge, like home run, grand slam level baseball swing, where you just like he passes and you just swipe down and you literally carve him in half. He just splatters, done, dead. Leonard, you hear something going on behind that boulder, but you can't see because it's behind a boulder.
Yeah. I need to reload my crossbow, so...
Yes. You
that's
reload? Okay. Claude, same thing. You hear something going on where Bane ran, but you see Bane's horses near you guys, but Bane ran over by a boulder, but you can't really see.
I'm gonna grab up my shield that was hanging down the side and walk my horse back behind where Bane was heading towards. And if I then see him wrestling with the living boulder, I'm gonna try and walk up with my horse and just slide off my horse and just basically shield bash as I slide down on top of the rock creature.
You do make it over there. You do see this. However, Bane has him in a headlock and he's pulling and struggling, so there's really no way for you to make an additional attack like that without jumping on Bane.
All right. Can I just use my shield to just try and bash the edge into the head?
Yeah, like a non-lethal, like bonk him on the head.
Yeah. Well, depending on how hard, but yeah.
Go ahead. Make that roll.
That's a 9 plus what would be a shield bash strength?
Mm-hmm.
That will be.
What are your attack bonuses?
Plus an attack bonus plus 5.
Sure. Roll a d4.
That's a 4.
Okay.
And
Oldrad?
yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
The one that you just slaughtered is just on the ground. Blood, dark blood, just leaking out everywhere.
Do I notice the commotion over there?
You do, but I want you to make an intelligence roll under.
Okay. That's gonna go well.
Are these vile creatures smelly as well?
Yes.
Does his blood stink?
I didn't make it.
There's something that okay, I'll tell you this, Oldrad. There's something about the blood that makes you uncomfortable. You can't remember why.
Okay.
But it is on your blade, and it's splattered all over the ground.
What? Okay, so you said I noticed it though?
You see Claude right over by that boulder, but
Okay.
you're like 30 feet away. You'd have to like go over there.
Well, I'll move, and I can use my action to move or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go as far as I can.
Okay, cool. Sarah.
I'm letting the guys do what they're doing. I'm looking around doing an overwatch.
Okay. Make
Have
another wisdom
my
roll under.
Arrow cocked. Wisdom. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I'm setting up my dice roller here. Okay. Ooh, I got a 3.
Really?
Yeah.
You see about 60 feet to the left of the path that you were going on, 60 feet up the hill, you see what looks like a pile of rocks, but there's like one part of the rocks that looks bigger than the other ones. It's not moving, but you feel like it doesn't quite balance out.
And I have time to say something?
Yeah?
Bivoj, right there.
Okay,
And
so you
pointing.
pointed out.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the top of the order, Bane. You want to make another... You don't have to roll to attack. It's going to be an automatic hit, but just roll to see if you get a nat 20.
Okay.
No matter what, you're going to succeed, and just roll a d4 for additional damage, plus your strength.
14 plus 5, so 19.
Yeah, he did not succeed with his strength roll, so you still have him. You're ripping at his neck. Go ahead and roll a d4, add your +3 for strength.
Now, to be clear, I don't want to remove his head from his body. I just want to kill him with minimal effort. 2.
Okay. Okay, Bivoj, Sarah points out this clump near some rocks about 60 feet away.
All right, I trust Sarah, so I just point my bow and try to hit that
Okay, go ahead.
mass.
Oh, don't. Okay.
Well,
It's all right.
it's only 20 now.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
3.
Okay, the clump of rocks gets up. Like it kind of jumps up when your arrow sinks into it, and it starts to scramble on all fours going up the hill, up the mountain. And rocks are kind of trailing past it.
Oh no.
Kill it before it can reach its comrades.
This brings us now to them. It moves significantly up the hill for its round. The one who is struggling to not have its neck snapped by Bane claws out wildly, but misses. This brings us to Leonard. You are reloaded, Leonard, and you see one of these creatures now about 90 feet away, moving up the hill.
Defeat. Okay. So, that's in the medium range.
Yes.
So, -2. But I forgot last turn because I'm using crossbow. It ignores 2 AC points. So, straight roll. And it's 15. 15 in total.
It's a hit. Roll damage.
Damage is 6. 1.
Okay. Claude, you're up.
Yeah.
Seems like Bane has this one on lock.
Well, I still want to help him out, so would I have time to draw a sword?
Sure.
Just step down.
Yep.
I'll try that one.
Hold on a sec. Bill, do I feel any effect of the claw on my wherever he raked me? Do I feel any after effect other than a regular wound? A burning sensation or any? Okay. Then I would not be wise to the fact that his blood is bad. Right? Okay. Go ahead.
You were wise because you
get the blood all over me.
You make this thing.
Thanks, guys.
Well, you know that bites and claws and that kind of stuff don't seem to be good. That's what your memory, like something you couldn't remember if it was poisonous or diseased or somehow not a good thing. So that's what you remember, Bane. So you don't feel like that has impacted you, but you're not sure. Claude, you go ahead and make your attack roll.
Yeah, my regular sword.
Yep.
That's a 16.
Yep, hit. Roll damage.
For 3 damage.
Okay. All right. And Oldrad.
I'm within range to kill.
Yep.
Let's try.
So you're not running him through because that would affect Bane.
No.
You're just slashing out at him.
Yeah, but I don't think an 8's gonna do anything.
No. Sarah, your turn.
I've been sighting in on this whole on this guy. So do I get an additional 1?
Yep, you sure do. Go ahead.
Okay, so here we go. I rolled a 15.
Yep, that's a hit. Roll damage.
Okay. Wish these bows did more damage. Anyway, that is a 2 plus. Yeah, 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
I need something with a D10 damage.
Damage.
This D8 damage is for the birds.
All right, Bane, you're up.
All right, I want to end this little thing's suffering.
Roll your d4.
That's a 3.
It's dead. You hear the bones crack, and it goes limp. That means we're at Bivoj. Bivoj, the creature's still ascending the hill despite having 3 arrows in it.
Okay. Because I don't remember how much damage did it take, I'll just shoot it again.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll.
Okay. That's 14.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
6.
That's gotta do it.
Nice. There you go. All right. It's like your arrow hits it. Its turn. It kind of like skitters back down the hill about 10 feet, and then it gets up and starts crawling back up again on all fours. Leonard, your turn. Are you reloading? Okay. Claude, your turn.
Yeah. So this guy is down here is dead.
Yeah.
Do I notice? Did I already notice the others were shooting at?
Yeah,
the
like
guy?
over your shoulder, you just see like something, running up. I mean, it's a pretty barren area, so you see like one of these creatures trying to crawl up the hill. It's about 90 feet away and up from you guys now.
All right. Well,
And you see it's got 4 arrows sticking out of it, but it's still moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop down my sword and grab the bow of my pommel, arrow
Okay.
up, and go twang. Let's see here. It's +6. That's 15 to hit,
Yes. Damage?
and that's 3 damage.
Okay. Getting there. Oldrad.
I don't have anything that can reach that guy.
10-4. Sarah.
Okay, I'm still on him. Do I still get the extra plus or not?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so 20 decided. Okay. Oh, shit. It looks like 12.
Your arrow shoots right next to him. Top of the order, Bane.
God, I'm running out of arrows.
I am under the assumption that my bow and other things are over with my horse, so I've
Yes.
got nothing that I can do, I don't think, either, unless there's
Correct.
a rock nearby that I can throw at that bastard.
Not that far away.
Okay.
He's about 110 feet away, so you're
It'd have to be a little pebble.
right.
Ain't gonna do no damage.
Do you want to head over by your horse, or
Yeah.
Oldrad's
I'll-
next to you, Claude's next to you?
Yeah, I'll drop the creature and head over to my horse.
Okay. All right, Bivoj.
I presume I see the one.
Oh yeah,
the
you still
creature?
see him. It's
Okay,
wide
okay.
open ground.
Still there.
hmm
Oh.
So you're at a -2 at this range, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
That's still a hit. Roll damage.
6 again.
That's it. Bivoj, your arrow soars through the air, and you see the thing like on all fours, just peppered with arrows, and it's trying to get up, and then your arrow hits it, and it just goes like and flops, and then it starts like rolling down the hill with other little rocks rolling behind it in like a mini avalanche, and it kind of skids to a stop. It's still 90 feet up the hill, but it's not moving.
Yeah, I'm definitely not getting my arrows from that one.
Well, you just couldn't ride your horse up there. Like any of you could like walk up that steep hill, but you couldn't ride your horses up it.
Don't do it. There might
we
be
think-
more up there.
Yeah, but I'll definitely pull. If the one that was charging us is close enough, I'll pull my 2 arrows from it.
Let me roll and see if those are recoverable.
Yep.
One is and one is not. So you got
Oh.
one arrow.
Okay. I'm very close
Okay.
to 0.
The rest of you, all of you, sense that like it's quiet at this point, right? Claude, you see Critter kind of like go up and sniff around the dead one that Oldrad like cut in half, and then he kind of like recoils quickly, like as if the smell was somehow offensive to him, and he growls at the corpse and the blood that seeped out.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of circles back over to you and he tucks his tail under his legs.
Luke's critter doesn't appreciate this corpse, so you might want to stay clear and clean yourself up, Bane.
Do we think the creature is natural, or is it some kind of trap?
Now that you guys have defeated these things and you can actually see what they look like, I'll let everyone make an intelligence roll under.
3 under.
Even.
I'm 6 under, 7
Okay.
under.
Good enough.
What
So
under?
if you made the roll and you're willing to share the information, basically what each of you remembers is that these are coembers, and the coembers are feral, humanoid low people with very scaly, discolored patches of skin. And it basically creates like a natural camouflage when they're in rocky terrain. They are primitive. They live in caves and mountain areas and rocky areas. You know that they're part of the low people, but they're a bit more feral even than or-dur, which is saying something. Or-dur might come into a small hamlet or a farm and like raid it. The coember don't really go outside of the mountains. Like they do all their hunting and living in the mountains.
Do you guys think this is like watch or scouting party?
No.
Well,
These are more feral types.
Well,
I
They
think-
don't
We-
gel well.
They don't have like a structured.
I think the one going up the hill was trying to get more.
Sarah and whoever else was firing arrows at the one going up the hill, make wisdom rolls.
Woo! I'm actually 1 under.
Okay.
too
So
high.
it does occur to you that like that one was specifically scrambling up in that direction. And so you kind of are like looking up that slope and you notice that there's like a little area of rocks that look like they almost go inward before the mountain continues, almost as if maybe there's like some kind of opening or cave opening there.
I
It's
think
about
also,
160 feet up.
Let's not do it.
You don't want to
Yeah.
go wipe them out so they can't sneak up on us again?
I have 7 arrows left. Bivoj has fewer than that. Claude, I know you have a few, but we have to ration our arrows, unfortunately.
I got a quiver of arrows. It's
I
been
do
my
too.
equipment the whole time.
You do?
Yeah. Never shot a single one yet.
Well, hot damn, let's portion them out.
Oldrad, my old friend.
Where the tracks we
I'll
were
give you
following
10,
going up
and
this
you get
hill?
10.
Before we do anything, I'm going to take my. What do I have? Do I have water?
So you're
flask?
giving me 10?
I'm taking my water skin and wash out the wound.
Okay,
where he
as
scraped
you
me.
are doing that, Claude, what did you say?
Yeah, was this uphill area? Was that where the tracks we were following?
No.
were going?
The tracks you were following were continuing northeast through this lowland. The
So this was on the
coembers
side.
come from up the hills on both sides.
Yeah.
Are there like signs of struggle from the group before us, or did they just?
No.
Seems
Nope.
like they passed.
In fact, Leonard, I'll let you, since you came up with that question, I'm going to let you go ahead and make an intelligence roll under.
6, which against my 18 is success.
Yeah. So, Leonard, you do find it odd. Like, how is it that 3 pack horses and 4 or 5 soldiers were able to continue marching through here undisturbed? And you kind of go up and continue to follow. You notice that there's like, clearly they continued in their single file line. How is it that they passed through here undisturbed while you guys were ambushed? And that thought does bring questions about to you.
I need to see their dwelling.
I also think we assumed that or-dur should be primitive, and those guys might be modified as well.
Do the tracks lead up that way?
The tracks of the soldiers and the pack horses continue northeast through the lowland in between. But where that one Coember was trying to climb up on the mountain to your northwest.
Yeah.
So they went up the gorge, and the creatures came down the hill.
Okay, you could get up to the cave without horses. So if if somebody stays with the horses down low, you can climb up, kind of slowly.
I'll tell the others, I'm gonna go check out the cave entrance at least.
I'm coming with you. I grab my longbow and my arrows off my horse.
I will observe from the bottom with the horses.
All right. The rest of you start ascending, and it's a steep ascent. Like you have to lean over, and at times you have to go to all fours, and then kind of get into your hike as you're going up. And it is slow. Your movement is slow, but you get up and you see that there is indeed now sort of like a ledge and a naturally formed kind of fissure, like a cave that goes into this mountain. Now, the mountain that you were on soars above you, thousands of feet. This is only 160 feet up off the ground, but you can climb up onto this ledge. And as you kind of get up to that ledge, you look in, and there's a rank smell. It smells like the Coember, and also like rotting meat, right? You have to pull yourself up to the ledge, okay? The cave, for the first 10 feet in, because of the sun coming up in the east at dawn, you're able to see into the cave a little bit, and you see bones, what looks like maybe mountain goat bones and patches of fur, and they're relatively recent, and they're not cooked, they're gnawed on. You could see the teeth marks where the meat was scraped from the bones, and a couple of the bones are snapped in half, and the marrow was dug out.
So I'm gonna lean over to Oldrad and say, if they had no need for food, why were they out? Why were they attacking us?
Good question, brother. They could have been a lookout for the or-dur. If the or-dur passed unassailed, there could be some sort of peace between the two, some treaty.
Claude, you come up with this idea of them being trained guard dogs almost. And it occurs to you that, you took about 5 minutes to climb up this hill, and that critter is down below, with Sarah and Leonard. And you just kind of turn absentmindedly to look down, and you see down below you the valley. But you also see something else. From this vantage point, you can actually see in the direction that you were going. You can see up ahead between the two mountains, and you see a huge valley.
Hey, guys.
As the rest of you guys turn, and Claude points out in the direction that you were following those tracks, you see a huge valley between a cluster of mountains. And in that valley, you see an uncountable amount of tents and campfires. As the dawn sun rises over the mountains and just starts to illuminate that area, about a quarter mile up from where you are, you see almost a city of tents as this massive encampment stands off to the northeast in the valley. And that is where we'll end this episode and this season of the Lamenters. Tune in next season to find out what happens as the Lamenters discover more and more of what is going on in the lands of Doreguteon. Thank you, as always, to all of my fans and patrons on Patreon for your support, and for fans of the channel for supporting us and supporting this show. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next episode and the next season. Peace out.
Well, hello, and welcome to Blayne Allen World. I am Wizzy, the Wizard. I'm back once again to remind you to subscribe and click on the notifications button, and also watch videos that are over there. Tune in to the next episode of whatever show you are just watching, and watch other shows featuring Bill. He made me say that because he's a narcissist. Okay, bye.